Daniel, it's hot, bro. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Iraq Max with Double Tap Coalition. Y'all tuned in today. We're going to be talking about the Springfield Echelon. I don't really know much about it. I just got it. So we're going to shoot it. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk a couple of specs about it. And then we'll talk about how I shoot and what I think about it, in my opinion. You already know why you're here, right? All right, let's go. I don't know, man. That shit ain't bad. It feel pretty good though. It ain't snappy, smooth. Ooh, gotta do it again. Not bad at all, man. I'm loving the trigger reset on the factory trigger. I like the enlarged trigger guard. What I don't like is how stiff the freaking slide lock is. But I guess it's one of those things that wear down eventually. Other than that, like the controls, the handle, I think Springfield did a pretty good job on this one. Now, I'm gonna run some rounds through my PDP Pro. And I'm gonna do a little comparison between the Echelon and my PDP Pro. Holla if you hear me. It's that PDP, what? It's a bad mother, shut your mouth. First shot. Bro, I don't care what nobody say, bro. This a bad bitch. So first shots, I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10 right now. Because it's the first shots, like we don't know. We don't know what we really getting ourselves into. Springfield Echelon. So far, man, I like it. Out the box, I would say this is probably one of Springfield's greatest products as of right now. That's my personal opinion. And if you've been watching and you've been tuned in, and you know I actually carry a Hellcat, so it's not like I'm new to Springfield. So if we want to dive right in, we're gonna go ahead and talk about some of the features on this guy. One of the cool things that I like that Springfield did with this was the variable interface system right here for the optics. So the variable interface system basically says, hey, we know everybody gets tired of putting adapter plates on to get their optics on, so on and so forth. So they did away with that. And they actually got self-locking pins on top of this slide. So when you lock your optic down, they actually put like outward pressure on it, something like that. That's what I read anyway. That it puts outward and inward pressure on it to actually lock the optic in and keep it from moving left or right. So yeah, ask me, it's another fancy word for stabilizer. But I think it's pretty cool that you can mount almost 30 different optics on one platform. That was definitely a game changer for me. The second one is gonna be the central operating group. Now, I'm not really gonna, throw no shade, but I feel like somebody else had something similar to a central operating group. I think it was called Fire Control Unit, possibly, maybe. I don't know. Shout out to Sig though. Anyway, yeah, I think that's pretty cool that we got a central operating group in here that's serialized, so we can actually just take the firing group out, take the central operating group out, and move it to another frame, another gun. And I'm pretty sure later on they're gonna come out with different triggers, and it's gonna be a central operating group that you just literally drop right in. I'm pretty sure. I don't know I'm just saying what I've seen done before. And I think that here Springfield is going to adapt to that because they're changing the game with this right now. Now, this is the one with the U sight. This is not the tritium 3 dots. You know, that's expensive. That's for all my rich people out there. You know, shout out to you. We appreciate you. I'm not rich, not at all. And I'm buying this out of my own pocket. So it's not like they sent me this gun to review it. Like, I literally bought it, got my hands on it, and chances are I'm probably going to end up selling it. It's not that I don't want it. I actually like it. But I got a lot of guns. Y'all see, I do all this stuff. I buy guns, I buy ammo. But moving along, on the front right here, they did what they call trench cut. As far as the angled serrations, they actually did several different ones. And from what I'm looking at and researching, it makes it easier to do your press checks. Back here in the back, you got the slanted serrations. Easy to rack the slide. The slide is actually pretty easy to rack, as you can see. It's not something that I feel like it's going to have to be broke in a whole lot. In the back, they kind of flared it out. And I'm sure we'll get a close-up on that so y'all can actually see what I'm talking about here. But they did a lot of work. They put a lot of thought into this slide and making this slide easy for the operator to operate. Because as y'all know, a lot of times these guns malfunction. It's typically operator error. So I feel like Springfield took that and said, hey, let's eliminate some of these operator errors and make it easier for the operator to use the firearm and actually put it into work. However, I can see this being a duty gun for a lot of people, including myself. I actually wouldn't mind it. I'm a Hollow Sun fan, so if you know me, then you know I'd have to slap me a big Hollow Sun on here and call it a day. Maybe a flashlight, possibly. That's a conversation for another day. Moving on down, our magazine release is actually ambidextrous, so we got a magazine release on both sides. I think that was pretty cool. Our slide release, slide lock, is flat. I feel like the way that the slide is made, when they made the release flat, it's actually easy to get your finger on it. It is a little difficult because the gun's brand new and we probably still got to break it in a lot more. But I feel like it's easy to get your fingers on it. Primarily your thumb, pushing down on it, releasing it. When we bring it back, lock it out. It's very easy. So I feel like that was a good point. Like, that was pretty dope if you ask me. 4-inch barrel, 4.5-inch barrel to be exact. I'm not really a fan of long barrels, man. Like, I don't really do all that fancy stuff that y'all see all these other people doing, jumping out of planes, rappelling off buildings and shit like that. That ain't me. So big duty gun, typically when I'm teaching the class, yeah, I got one on me. But like every day, nah, not necessarily. And we're gonna talk about when I was shooting, right? So it was smooth. My shots were pretty flat. It was consistent. I got on it a little bit. Yeah, I missed a couple of them, but it's a new gun to me, so I'm actually still filling it out and working it. I'm not really a fan of the U sights. They work. They're pretty dope. The green one in the front, the little night sight, whatever you want to call it, it's pretty cool. I ran a comparison with my PDP Pro. I'm going to be the first to tell you, I don't really think that was fair to Springfield because my PDP Pro by a long shot, like, me and Daniel had to shoot a review on my PDP Pro another day, but that's, man, listen. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not really going to talk much about that comparison because I don't think it was a fair one. In terms of comparing this, I would probably compare this to a Glock 17. I'm not even a Glock fan, if you know that. But I would compare this to a Glock 17. And even though I'm comparing it to a Glock 17, like, it got a Glock 17 beat by a long shot with all the work and the thought they put into it. Even a takedown lever resembles a gas pedal to me, personally. Maybe not to you, the end user, but to me, when I look at it, the functionality of it, the shape of it, it reminds me of a gas pedal, allowing you to put that extra pressure where you need it, when you need it most. Now, we're going to go ahead and take a break real quick. Daniel probably give y'all some B-roll. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about the out-the-box, the things that you get with the gun, and the things that I feel like were good, and things that maybe suck a little bit. Alright, cool. So we back at it. Now we're just talking about a couple things that come with the Echelon out the box. First thing you get is your standard 17 round magazine. That's alright. And then you get a 20-round magazine, which is a 17-round magazine with a grip extender on the bottom of it. Now, if your hand is that big where it reaches all the way down the grip, whatever. But it comes with a 20-round magazine, 3-round grip extender. Kind of reminds me of, I don't know, Glock 19X maybe. But anyway, you also get an additional grip extender. So you can turn the 17-round into a 20-round, which I think that's pretty cool and convenient. And they thought about us enough to give us another grip extender. You have 3 back straps, so you can change the hand grip. You got 2 of them here, and then you actually have 1 on the firearm already. If you didn't know that, for those who struggle counting a little bit, and that's okay. We'll get with you afterwards. We have the pin set for the Delta Point Pro and the Shield. These pins are for your optics. When you lift the optic plate up, you set these pins in place and you're able to adapt those optics to it. Another thing, you get the nice little carrying pouch that Springfield decided they're going to give out now. No cool case. It's just a regular cardboard box, Springfield pouch. And a lock. Y'all don't really, we don't use that, but whatever. Springfield, if you listen to me, man, give us some cool cases. Because I've seen all the influencers get these cool cases. Some of them got like cool boxes that got drop leg holsters and holsters. Man, we want that stuff too. Like, the consumer will pay for that. So Springfield, if you're watching this, like, talk to me. Like, come on, man, look, I got to do something out here. Like, man, listen. But anyway, so price point, I'm seeing these things start popping up for anywhere between $600 to $800, just depending on the one you get and depending on where you shop at. Remember what I told you on my previous videos? Some of these gun shows aren't your friend and their markups are ridiculous. If I had to put a reasonable price point on a base model, I'm gonna say you're gonna be anywhere from $650 to $700, kind of in that ballpark. And I'm being real, I don't know, generous saying $650 to $700, but that's where I kind of see it at popping up on the retail map. Also, it's a new gun, so it's harder to find. So you're going to see higher price points right now because supply and demand, capitalism, we live in America maybe. And that's okay, but I think that's a good price point, man. You get what you pay for here. You paying $650, $700, you getting that. Now, I have heard complaints of the optic plate right here coming off, right? I've heard numerous complaints about people experiencing the optic plate flying back in their face. My advice to you, take it off, check it, put your little bit of blue Loctite on there if you don't want to run an optic, and just make sure it's secure. I don't know if Springfield has made a statement on that because I don't think it's that big of a deal at this very moment. But I will say, just, take your own precautionary measures. We're hearing about it. It's new. We're going to hear about more defects. I'll probably tap back in if I find any as I continue running mine, and so on and so forth. But that's it for now. Like I said, out the box, I give it an 8 out of 10, man. Like, right now, first shots, 8 out of 10. I'm loving it so far. Next, I got to get me a holster, run it. I'm going to abuse it, and abuse it some more. Like, I'm really going to put it through because right now I feel like Springfield hit the mark again. They already had me with the Hellcat. They lost me with the Hellcat Pro. I just wasn't a fan. And then they dropped back with this Echelon, and it's just like, hey, this is what dreams are made of at Springfield, right? So it's pretty cool, man. It's your boy Iraq Max. Remember, talk to me. I talk back. Like, comment, share. Check out the description below. I'm going to put a link down here directly to the Springfield website so you can check them out. If you like the t-shirt, I'm going to put a link down there. Check it out. If you carry a gun and you need self-defense insurance, I'm a USCCA member. There's a link down there at the bottom too. Now you're going to hook this all up for y'all. So listen, check out the description. Y'all asked me a lot of questions, and I actually put a lot of information down here in the description. I just need y'all to take the time to read. I took the time to type. I need you to take the time to read. It's your boy Iraq Max. Let me know your feedback, thoughts, comments, concerns. Holla at me. Double Tap Coalition, we out.